What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing and reflecting about my first quarter of college at Cal Poly. I'm going to be talking about things that I enjoyed about college, things I struggled with, and how I can improve for the future. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit congested because I have a small cold right now, but I still want to get this video out. The goal of this video is to be able to look back on and reflect about my old self and see how I can improve, but also I want to teach you guys what I learned from my first quarter of college. So hopefully you don't make the same mistakes as I do, and hopefully you guys have a great experience as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to start by discussing the things that I enjoyed about college. First of all, I enjoyed the freedom that you have in college. I knew coming into college that I'm going to have a lot of freedom. This is a good and bad thing because on the good side, you can make your own schedule and you can do what you want, but on the bad side, if you don't have a set schedule, that leads to a lot of procrastination and wasted time in the day. During some days, I'd have a checklist and I'd get a lot of things done because I had a set schedule, but some days I'd go to sleep at 3 in the morning and then I'd end up waking up at like 1 in the afternoon. So I enjoyed all the freedom that I have, but also it can be hard if you don't manage it right. I also really enjoyed making YouTube videos. Even though this isn't directly related to college, it helped me keep track of my progress and what I did so I can have something to look back on and hopefully entertain you guys. These YouTube videos are a way for me to keep memories, share my life, and help others. I also like going to the gym at Cal Poly. Cal Poly has one of the nicest gyms that I've ever used. I didn't work out as much as I'd like because I have an arm injury and that really demotivated me to work out, but I'm really happy that I got cleared by the doctor to work out again because I want to get back into the gym and get back in shape. I'd also play some basketball games with friends at the gym, which was pretty fun. Playing basketball is always fun with friends because it brings back good memories when I used to play back in middle school and high school. I also really like calling my parents and grandparents because it makes them feel appreciated and it helps us catch up with each other. They've supported me through my whole life. It's always good to keep in touch with them. We get to catch up and I get to see what they're doing and they get to see what I'm doing in college. So those are the main things that I liked about college. Now I'm going to talk about things I struggled with. There are 3 main things that I struggled with in college: time management, consistently, and test taking. Time management, that goes hand in hand with the freedom that you have in college. Some days I'd be super productive because I had an outlined schedule of my day. So some days I'd get little to nothing done because I didn't have a set schedule for that day. That led to a lot of wasted time. Also, sometimes while doing homework, I'd get distracted on Instagram or YouTube. That makes homework and studying go a lot slower and less productive. Consistency is also a big thing that I struggle with in college. Some days in college, I'd get super motivated to do lots of things. I'd film videos, go to the gym, go to class, do homework, study, all of that in one day. But then other days, I just wake up, feel like not doing anything, and go back to sleep. Some days in college, it was hard for me to stay consistent because I didn't really plan my day well. But towards the last few weeks of college, I started to plan my day hour by hour. That really helped me get a lot more stuff done in a shorter amount of time. So I think it's very important to plan your day out. Lastly, I struggled with testing in college. College was the first time I actually failed a test. In high school, the lowest grades that I ever got on a test was I think a C or C+. Before a test, I'd normally study for about 5 to 10 minutes and then I'd end up getting an A or a B on that test. In college, I thought it would be similar to high school, so all I would do is study for about 10 to 20 minutes this time because I knew the material was a little bit harder. However, that really backfired on me because I believe the second test that I took in college, I failed. I also got 2 more D's on 2 more tests that I took. This made me realize that I have to work a lot harder and study more for these tests. So the reason why testing was so hard for me in college because I came in with the same mindset that I had in high school. I thought all I'd have to do is study for 5 to 10 minutes, I'd take the test, and then end up with an A or a B, which wasn't the case. Now I am going to be talking about how I can improve for the future. Hopefully future me is looking back at this video and saying, hey, I did all of these things, so now life is going better. Also, this is where I'll give tips for future incoming students. So the first tip I have is to organize your day. This might be self-explanatory for some people, but for me, I didn't really organize my day. A lot of 2nd, 3rd, and 4th years that I talk to in college always have a calendar on their phone and on their laptop. In college, I first made myself a schedule outlining my classes and the teacher's office hours during I think the 2nd or 3rd week of school, and that really helped to organize my day. But I think for the future, it's best to go one step further and schedule what you're going to do for your downtime. In college, I'd have 2 to 3 classes a day, so I'd have a lot of time to do things before and after those classes. However, since I didn't have anything scheduled, that led to a lot of wasted time throughout my day. So I think for the future, I'm going to start planning out my day a lot better so I can organize my time better. Another way I can improve is on my physical health. I need to start working out more and start sleeping earlier and waking up earlier. Like I said earlier, I was demotivated to work out because of an arm injury, but now I'm cleared by the doctor, so I plan on going to the gym a lot more. Before I hurt my arm, I used to work out every other day and I'd feel great throughout the whole day because I'd be energized and I'd feel good about myself. So during my first quarter of college, I didn't work out nearly as much as I used to. This led to me feeling slow and lazy some days and didn't have much energy throughout the day. I think being physically fit boosts your confidence and leads to you doing more stuff throughout the day. I also need to go to sleep earlier. In college, sometimes I'd go to bed as late as 3 or 4 in the morning morning and wake up as late as 1 or 2 in the afternoon. On Mondays and Wednesdays, my first class was at 4 p.m. So I'd wake up around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, eat lunch, which was my breakfast, and then go to class. I wasted the whole morning just sleeping because I went to bed super late. During the summer of my junior and senior years of high school, I'd wake up at 5 in the morning every other day to work out, and that's how I'd start my day. During those times, I'd feel super accomplished about my day because I'd wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, work out from 6 to 7, take a quick nap from around 7:30 to 8, and then get my day started at 8. During those summers, I'd wake up 6 to 9 hours earlier than I would in college. That's nearly half a day of wasted time where I couldn't do much. So I think for the future, it's best to go to sleep earlier and wake up a lot earlier. I know it may be self-explanatory to some people, and I even knew it in the back of my mind that it's better to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. But in college, I felt like I can stay up later because that's what everybody else was doing, and I can wake up later because that's what everybody else was doing. But I found out that is not the best way to stay productive throughout the day. I also want to socialize more and explore San Luis Obispo more. Pretty self-explanatory. The more people you meet, the more connections you make, probably lead to more opportunities in life. The weather in SLO is very nice. It's usually sunny, so I want to go hiking and go on more adventures, go to the beach more, all that good stuff. I also need to check my emails a lot more often. I used to not check them a lot, but I'm realizing now that a lot of important stuff are sent through email. Some of the emails that I get are useless, but more times than not, I'd overlook an email because all I would do is hit the checkbox and say, mark as unread, even though I should have read that email because there was important content inside. Another way I can improve is not using my phone in my bed at night. A lot of people already know this, but your phone leads to more distractions at night. Sometimes I'd go to bed all ready to sleep, but then I'd go on my phone just to check Instagram and Snapchat one last time, but that would end up me binging some videos on YouTube and scrolling through social media and all that stuff that leads to less sleep. Another reason why I don't want to sleep next to my phone is because when my alarm goes off, I don't want to snooze it. The snooze button just leads to more wasted sleep because you're already awake and then you just go to sleep for 5 to 10 more minutes. It's better to just wake up right when that first alarm hits. So if my phone is not in my reach when I wake up, it's more likely that I'll get out of bed to stop that alarm and get on with my day. The last tip I have for myself and for the people watching is to set goals and have checklists. Whenever you're doing something big or small, you want to feel accomplished. Writing goals and checklists are great because you feel accomplished when you get them done. Whether that goal or checklist is for the next hour, for the next day, for the next year, it's always good to keep track of your progress and see how you have been improving. I met a friend who writes down their goals on a post-it and puts it on the wall so when they wake up, they can see it. And then when they accomplish that goal, they take that post-it off the wall and then put a new goal up. I think that's a great way of goal setting because you wake up every day seeing what you want to accomplish, and then when you are done, you take it down. So those are some of the things that I enjoyed about college, things I struggled with, and how I can improve in the future. I hope future me really takes these tips seriously because I want to improve myself in the future. Also for the people watching, I hope you can improve on the things that I've learned in college and also use my tips to help better yourself. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for joining my TED Talk.